The 28-year-old daughter of Mkrtich Okroyan owns a mansion in Surrey, United Kingdom. It was purchased 3 years ago for £6 million. This is about $500 million rubles.
Вся семья Окрояна,
Okroyan's entire family, himself, his wife, son and daughter, indicated the address of this estate in the documents of their British company Bento Minerals Europe Limited, which specializes in the sale of bentonite clay for construction, water purification and is added to animal feed. From these documents we also learn that the chief designer of the union, as well as his wife, are residents of enemy Great Britain.
The team of oppositionist Alexei Navalny discovered the assets of the chief designer of the Soyuz plant in Europe and the UK. Also, Mkrtich Okroyan and his wife are residents of this country. In Russia, the plant is engaged in the production, among other things, of engines for Kh-22 and Kalibr cruise missiles. It is these missiles that the Russian army uses in the war against Ukraine, shelling peaceful cities.
It is in this hypocrisy that the whole of Putin's state is actually. They constantly say that NATO is trying to encroach on Russia, that America is an unfriendly country, that the European Union is moving there together with NATO to the Russian borders and is trying to conquer Russia. At the same time, all these officials, well, not all but a large number of officials, have property abroad. Their assets are located in the West, their wives constantly rest there, their children go abroad. Just in January we talked about how the children of officials constantly shine in Western countries and actually do not even hide it because they publish photos and videos on their Instagram accounts.
In addition, the Okroyan family owns a business in Poland. They are led by the brother of the designer Arutun. Okroyan's wife and his son Andranik are shareholders of a foundry and mechanical plant in the Moscow region. Okroyan himself is a member of the company's board of directors. For the fact that this plant is engaged in the production of spare parts for Russian military equipment and Kh-22 helicopters, it is included in the sanctions list. But the Soyuz aircraft engine, scientific and technical complex, and Okroyan himself did not fall under the sanctions.
Of course, it is an outrageous situation that so far no sanctions have been imposed on him. Thus, he has not lost his property, and we have written all the formal statements that are possible to deprive him of this warm British place, where he can come after he has built engines for missiles and can spend his millions. We will make sure that this does not happen anymore, that no Russian corrupt person, especially those involved in the monstrous war, he could not bomb and then come to live somewhere in the Czech Republic, the United Kingdom, France, Italy, wherever these ways should be closed for them. We are working on it.
In its report, the Institute for the Study of War stated that Russian President Putin himself is helping to ensure that corruption spreads in Russia. On February 6, he signed a decree allowing Russian deputies and senators to publish their income anonymously, without providing personal data. Earlier, on December 29, 2022, Putin signed a decree exempting all Russian officials, including military and law enforcement officers, from public declaration of income.
These two decrees are likely efforts by the Kremlin to appease the political actors who comprise Putin's domestic support base and will likely continue to contribute to the institutionalization of corruption in Russia. From the report of the Institute for the Study of War.
According to a ranking released by Transparency International, Russia is 137th out of 180 countries in the Corruption Perceptions Index 2022. Reported by Serhiy Kulias, Yulia Bil, UATV News.